This animal can regrow anything from its tail to its limbs to even part of its brain, but most remarkably, it can even regrow its heart. What's more incredible is that this animal already existed long before the famous Japanese manga series Pocket Monsters, or Pokémon, came into being in 1996. In fact, this incredible creature has been around since the time of the dinosaurs. And because it looks so similar to a Pokémon, some call it the real-life Pokémon. So what is this magical animal? We will tell you everything about it in today's episode. Hello and welcome to our channel. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video to get updates about our future videos. The axolotl, also known as the Mexican walking fish, is a critically endangered species of salamander endemic to Mexico. This unique amphibian is a neotenic, which means that it retains many larval traits, including its external gills, in adulthood. Axolotls are famous for their ability to regenerate body parts, such as their tails, limbs, and even parts of their brains and spinal cord. These amazing abilities have made them a popular subject of scientific study, and they are often referred to as the real-life Pokémon because of their resemblance to the fictional Pokémon Ambipom. In the wild, axolotls typically live in shallow lakes and canals in Mexico City and its surrounding areas. They prefer slow-moving or stagnant water bodies with dense vegetation, and they are most active during the night. Their diet consists mainly of aquatic invertebrates such as crustaceans, mollusks, and worms. However, in captivity, they are often fed a diet of commercial fish food, bloodworms, and other small live foods. The axolotl is a carnivorous species of salamander. It is one of the few amphibians that can completely regenerate its limbs, tail, and even parts of its brain and spinal cord. If an axolotl loses a body part, it will eventually grow back. This process is called epimorphosis. During epimorphosis, the wound at the site of the lost body part first heals over, and then new cells begin to divide. These new cells form a blastema, which is a mass of undifferentiated cells that can develop into any type of tissue. The blastema then begins to grow and differentiate, eventually regenerating the lost body part. Axolotls can regenerate their limbs in as little as 24 hours, the tails in about 6 weeks, and their eyes in 3 to 4 months. Axolotls are also able to regenerate parts of their nervous system, including their spinal cord and brain. If an axolotl's brain is damaged, it can regenerate the affected area. This ability is unique among vertebrates, and it makes the axolotl a valuable model organism for studying brain regeneration. In addition to their regenerative abilities, axolotls also have a number of other remarkable adaptations. For example, they are one of the few amphibians that can live entirely in water, and they don't need to return to land to breed. They are also highly resistant to cancer, and their immune systems are well adapted to prevent infection after injury. Axolotls are currently listed as critically endangered by the International Union for Conservation of Nature, or IUCN. The main threats to their survival are habitat loss and degradation, as well as overexploitation for the pet and food industries. In recent years, however, captive breeding programs have been established, and efforts are underway to protect and restore their natural habitats. The axolotl is truly an amazing creature with unique abilities that continue to fascinate scientists and nature lovers alike. Its remarkable regenerative powers and other adaptations make it a valuable model organism for medical research, and it is hoped that captive breeding programs and conservation efforts will help to ensure its survival for generations to come. Now let's talk about the lifespan and growth of an axolotl. Axolotls are known to live for 10 to 15 years in the wild and up to 20 years in captivity. They typically reach a maximum length of around 30 centimeters or 12 inches. However, some individuals have been reported to grow up to 45 centimeters or 18 inches in length. Their growth rate depends on factors such as genetics, environmental conditions, and diet. In general, axolotls are slow-growing and may take several years to reach their maximum size. During the first year of life, axolotls typically grow between 2 to 4 inches, and they continue to grow at a similar rate during subsequent years. Regarding their reproduction, axolotls are unique among salamanders in that they do not require fertilization from a male to produce offspring. They can reproduce through a process known as parthenogenesis, which means that eggs can develop into embryos without being fertilized. However, in most cases, axolotls reproduce sexually. During mating season, males will court females by performing a ritualized dance and then deposit sperm on the ground. Females will then pick up the sperm and store it in a special pouch until they are ready to release their eggs. Once eggs are released, the male will fertilize them externally and the female will carry the developing embryos in her oviducts until they hatch. Axolotl eggs hatch into tiny larvae that resemble miniature versions of the adults. The larvae are born with external gills and live in water. They are fully developed at birth and can live independently from their mother. Axolotl larvae are voracious predators, and they typically feed on small aquatic invertebrates. As they grow, they will gradually develop adult characteristics such as the ability to regenerate body parts and resist cancer. Axolotls are highly prized by the pet trade and are often sold as exotic pets. They are popular among aquarium enthusiasts because of their unique appearance and fascinating behaviors. However, it's important to note that axolotls are a threatened species, and it's not clear how many are caught in the wild to be sold as pets. It is illegal to collect wild axolotls in Mexico, but the species is still commonly sold in the pet trade. In order to meet the demand for axolotls, many are bred in captivity. Captive-bred axolotls typically have better health and are more readily available than wild-caught individuals. Regarding their care, axolotls should be housed in a tank with at least 10 gallons of water for each inch of their total length. They prefer cooler temperatures and should be kept between 64 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Tank mates should be carefully selected, and other aquatic creatures that may prey on axolotls should be avoided. Regular water changes and a diet of commercial fish food, bloodworms and other small live foods are recommended. With proper care, axolotls can thrive in captivity and live for many years. In conclusion, the axolotl is an extraordinary creature that has captured the imagination of people around the world. Its ability to regenerate body parts, coupled with its unique appearance and fascinating behaviors, make it a standout among amphibians. While the axolotl faces threats in its native habitat, captive breeding programs and conservation efforts offer hope for its survival. For those lucky enough to encounter this remarkable animal, whether in person or in the pages of a book, the axolotl will surely remain a source of wonder and inspiration for generations to come. That's all for today's episode. Tell us your favorite thing about the axolotl in the comments below. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Share this video with your family and friends. Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified about our upcoming videos. Have a good one and see you soon.